am Uyo. The top stories. President Bola Tinubu approves payment of 3.3 trillion naira power sector debts. Governor Moeno commissions Ntoide Ikodamba Bridge in Obodakar local government area. 36 speakers of House of Assembly back state police plan. On the foreign scene, Senegalese president to reopen talks with military juntas of Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso. In the world of sports, champions Golden Eaglets held to goalless draw in Wafubi on the 17 opener. We have details of these and other stories coming up in a moment. I am Sharon Mando. And now the news in detail, starting with the presidency. The President Bola Tinubu has approved the gradual payments of power sector debts estimated at over 3.3 trillion naira as part of measures to tackle the incessant power outages in the country. This was announced yesterday by the Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, at the 8th Africa Energy Marketplace Summit held in Abuja. Consequently, about 1.3 trillion naira owed power generating companies by the federal government will be paid via cash injections and promissory notes, while about $1.3 billion owed to gas companies will be paid via cash and future royalties. Already, the federal government has commenced payment of the cash part of the 1.3 trillion naira debt owed to power generating companies and concluded plans to settle the second part via promissory notes within a time frame ranging from 2 to 5 years. Back home, the Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Moeno, yesterday commissioned the 60-meter span Ntoide Ikodamba Bridge with 800-meter approach road in Obodakar local government area, restating his administration's resolve to modernize every local government area in the state. The governor, who thanked the contractor for meeting up to standard and appreciated him for honoring his contract agreement, used the occasion to express his immense gratitude towards the people of Obodakara for always receiving him in a ceremonious manner, adding that it gladdens his heart to do more for the people. Our Government House correspondent Mfoniso Harrison reports that the governor during the occasion announced the approval of the construction of Mbiaso Bridge in Obodakara local government area, awarding the contract to Seyong Construction Limited, stating that he was satisfied with their handling and timely delivery of the Ntoide Ikodamba Bridge project, and also emphasizing that all road projects which began with his predecessor will be completed by him, as he is committed to improving the quality of lives of the Akwa Ibom people.
Today we have come to commission the road, and that's why on the plaque is there started with the administration of Mr. Dom Emmanuel, completed by this administration. You know, we, by God's grace, have what is called the finisher's anointing. There is the starter's anointing, and we have the finisher's anointing.
Meanwhile, in line with his administration's determination to better the educational system and improve the quality of education in the state, the Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Moeno, has approved the reconstruction of St. Patrick Catholic Church to meet the standard of the Arise Model School in the state. Our Government House correspondent Mfoniso Harrison reports that the governor directed his senior special assistant on special duties, Morgan Ikanem, to demolish the structure school in 3 months. The governor promised the students and teachers that the school will be up to standard and will come with a fully furnished computer laboratory, solar power supply, security gate, portable water and staff quarters, amongst others.
Mr. Morgan, the next 2 weeks break down everything here. And then give them their rights model school standard. All furnished, fence round, solar lights, security gate, and then classroom with lights, computer science lab.
Staying back home, the governor, Pastor Moino, has repeated that all local government chairmen must submit their scorecard showcasing what they have done and areas they have touched during the 6 months in office, and that chairmen with poor performances will be changed, as he stressed his administration's resolve to work with them, charging them to familiarize with their people on the local level, building with them in love and unity to foster accelerated growth in the state. The governor, while stressing the importance and relevance of the female youths in the state, directed his senior special assistant on youth on entrepreneurial development, Imewa, to select 100 girls each from the various female youth groups in the state to be trained on different skills, stating that aside the training, they should be empowered with a sum of 750,000 naira to enable them equip themselves with a shop and have a source of livelihood. According to our Government House correspondent Fonso Harrison, the governor said it is part of his support following their unwavering commitment and support to his administration, beginning from his campaign period down to his emergence as governor during the election, as he also pledged to handle issues pertaining to their school fees. The governor announcing the formation of the female group called Ladies in White to consist of ladies who are beyond the youth age brackets, also promised to train and empower 100 ladies from the group when formed.
So what I want to happen is that each of you will select, please come, 100 youths each, 100 each from your group across the 31 local government. You go, Imewa is senior special assistant, youth entrepreneurial development. You develop 100 of them, 100 here, 100 there, and then the ladies too. We must give them handwork. We are going to train the next, you have 400. The next 400 will be from these females.
Away from that, the speakers of the 36 houses of assembly in Nigeria yesterday expressed support for the National Assembly's ongoing efforts to alter the 1999 constitution to create state policing in the country. The speakers made their resolution known at the end of their meeting in Abuja. The speakers also urged the National Assembly to list the state police proposal among the bills that would be considered during the constitution amendment debate. The speakers lamented that most governors are observing in the breach the constitutional provision of financial autonomy for houses of assembly. The Senate and House of Representatives are currently working to amend various constitutional provisions, including those regarding state police, financial autonomy for local government, fiscal federalism, and mayoral status for the FCT. You're listening to Global News on Memories 96.5 FM. We bring you more reports after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned to Global News on Memories 96.5 FM. And now to the rest of the news. On the foreign scene, Senegalese President Bassirou Faye has vowed to reopen talks with the military juntas of Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso to reintegrate them into the economic community of West African states. This followed President Bola Tinubu's appeal for renewed efforts to negotiate the return of the sister countries into the regional bloc after military takeovers in 2022 and 2023. Faye told Tinubu when he visited him at the presidential villa Abuja yesterday that discussions can be held with the three sister countries to convince them to return to the fold. Earlier, Tinubu, who currently serves as the chairman of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State, had told Faye he invited him to collaborate and meet those other brothers and to persuade them to come back to ECOWAS. Still on the foreign scene, thunderstorms have killed 4 people and knocked out power to nearly 1 million homes and businesses in southeast Texas. Mayor of Houston, John Whitmer, says the storm with 100-mile-per-hour wind, the equivalent of Hurricane Ike, has caused considerable damage downtown. It came from falling trees and one from a crane blown over, with the storm now moving on to neighboring Louisiana amid flood warnings in place for the Gulf Coast. Speaking last night in Houston, Whitmer warned residents to stay indoors as traffic lights were out, office windows blown through, and glass strewn across the city's streets. And now in the world of sport, the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria were held to a goalless draw by Burkina Faso in their opening game of the WAFU Zone B Under-17 Championship played at the University of Ghana Stadium, Accra, yesterday. There was not much action in the first 45 minutes as both the Eaglets and their young stallions counterparts failed to create any goal-threatening opportunities. In a cagey affair, the Eaglets managed to carve out their only chance in the first half of the 24th minute as Cletus's defense-splitting pass found Oladimeji, who failed to hit target. The Eaglets will hope to record their first win of the championship when they face Niger in their second game on Sunday. And that's it on Global News on Memories 96.5 FM. But before we go, let's take a recap of the top stories. We told you that President Bola Tinubu has approved the gradual payment of power sector debt estimated at over 3.3 trillion naira as part of measures to tackle incessant power outages in the country. Back home, we told you that the Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Moino, yesterday commissioned the 60-meter span Ntoide Ikodamba Bridge with 800 meters approach road in Obodakara local government area, restating his administration's resolve to modernize every local government area in the state. We also reported that speakers of the 36 houses of assembly in Nigeria have expressed their support for the establishment of state police, saying it would boost the push against insecurity. On the foreign scene, Senegalese President Bassirou Faye has vowed to reopen talks with the military juntas of Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso to reintegrate them into the economic community of West African states. And finally, in the world of sports, Golden Eaglets of Nigeria were held to a goalless draw by Burkina Faso in their opening game of the WAFU Zone B Under-17 Championship played at the University of Ghana Stadium, Accra, yesterday. Now that's the size of our news package this afternoon, as edited by Nyakno Albert and assisted by the production team. For views and comments regarding our news or coverage of a newsworthy event, you can reach us on email via newsroom@memoriesmediang.com or call our newsroom hotline on 0909 000 0581. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Memories965 FM. And And now let's take you down memory lane. On this day in 2004, Massachusetts became the first U.S. state to legalize same-sex marriage as it began issuing marriage licenses to gay couples. Now that's the news. Thank you for listening. I am Sharon Mador. Good afternoon.